I spent most of dinner making conversation with Nicole, who seemed really cool, and Max was telling me how Nicole fought 4 men for the Gamma position, and he was very proud of her. Damon had to fight his own father for it because his father wouldn't step down after Max's father stepped down. Talk about power hungry. The whole evening Isabella kept throwing deadly glares my way and snorting every time I made a comment on something. Isabella, what's your story? I ask her after I've about had it with the smut. What do you mean? She asks, playing confused. I mean you're in a Lycan pack, but you smell like a wolf. Which would explain why you think challenging me is a good idea in front of all these Lycans. I say, looking at her expectantly. I was born in Midnight Shadow Pack. I met my mate and Max when they came to our pack to train for their roles. Where Max met his mate, our true Luna. She said, looking at me with such hate. I turn to look at Max, who looks about furious with Isabella. The whole table's atmosphere just took a turn actually. Max, you never told me you met your mate, I say, looking at him, waiting for him to say something. I don't have a mate. Tristan, put a gag on your woman before I do it for you. Max says, his tone deadly. Even if you weren't part of the conversation, you could feel the vibe he was giving off. He was mad, angry, infuriated. 5 to losing his shit and piss. I put my hand on his knee to try calm him down. He looks at me as if questioning me, but I pay him no mind. I continue what I was doing, and oddly enough it works. His heart rate slows down to normal. You know, Sabrina, I prayed to the moon goddess you'd be my son's mate. Your father and I would joke about it considering how inseparable you two were as kids. Maximus was always so protective of you, Uncle Deacon points out. I don't even know how long he was standing behind Max, but he saw how I calmed him down, and it's been that way since we were kids. I won't lie, Uncle, at some point in my childhood, I thought he was too. The moon had other plans though. I say, thinking of Percy. I started to feel suffocated and dizzy. My chest felt constricted, and then the worst pain hit my entire body. Before I could fall on the floor, Max caught me and carried me out. Before the darkness could pull me in, I heard Josie yelling, Uncle's worried tone asking what's wrong, and Max saying the one thing I prayed to the moon would never happen. My mate was with someone else. How would Max know? Before I could ask, I passed out. I woke up in silk black sheets with Max's scent all over them. A deep musk with rich spices and citrus zest. I always loved his scent. It had a calming effect. Not like my mate's, but almost. That's when I remembered what happened at dinner. Percy had been with someone. He had sex with another female, and I knew all too well who that would be. I found my phone on Max's bedside table and immediately dialed my brother's number. Hey Sabrina. I'm glad to hear you're awake. You've been out for a minute and a half now, CJ said. What do you mean? I croak out, looking around for some water to wet my dry throat. I found a bottle on the other bedside table and drank. You've been passed out for 3 days, SAB. I'm sorry you had to find out like this. Alpha Charlie moved up the mating ceremony to 3 days ago, giving nobody the time to prepare. The pack wasn't too happy about this, because they know about you severing ties with us. Percy promised he wouldn't go through with it, but after Uncle Deacon called telling us what happened, we knew he slept with her. He couldn't mark her though. His wolf wouldn't let him, CJ said. Sounding defeated, but I know there wasn't anything he could do. Percy made his decision, and he chose Ralyn. There was nothing you could do, CJ. He made his decision. I just wish he could accept my rejection and we would all be in peace, I say. He said he will never. That you are his and he is yours. I think he's crazy if I'm being honest, CJ said. He's the alpha now, SAB. Which makes Ralyn the Luna, CJ said. It hurt hearing this, but I needed to know one more thing before I cut off the Percy talk for the rest of my life. CJ, did it rain? I asked him. He knew what I meant. If their union was blessed, this would break me far more than finding out he mated with Ralyn. No, Sabrina. It did not rain. It hasn't rained since you left, CJ said. I was happy the moon goddess hasn't accepted their union yet. I know she could be with child, but the pack will know the alpha child was not blessed by the moon. I'm on my way, Sabrina. I couldn't stay there. The rogues are our allies now, Sabrina. It's out of hand. They come to pack land whenever they feel like it. The rogue Alpha picked a chosen mate from our pack and Alpha Charlie allowed it, Sabrina. Mom and Dad are catching the first flight out to Granddad later this evening. I'm driving out. I'll see you in a bit. Let all this information sink in. I love you, sis. CJ said. I love you too. I'll be waiting for your arrival, I say. The line cuts and I cry my eyes out. What has happened to my pack? My mate? Why would the moon goddess have me fall in love with that boy? How could they form an alliance with rogues? I decided to get up and wash up. I was in Max's room, but I knew my way around. I walked into his huge shower and used his stuff to clean up. I know I'll smell like him, but I don't care. It's not like I have a mate's reputation to uphold. He's gone and I'm on my own. After I drying myself up, I go into his closet and wear his Versace gown so I can go into my room and pick out some clothes. I walk out. There's nobody around, so I quickly run into my room and change clothes. I felt like something simple, so I quickly wear some boyfriend jeans and a white crop top with my white Air Jordans. As I walk out of my room, I see Max coming out of his freshly showered and his hair is still wet as it clings to his forehead. Wow. Am I allowed to perv out? Guy is shirtless, and I'm trying to not lose it here. How is it that someone can be sculpted so perfectly and neatly so? That V-line and then oh no, why do men with big dongs like to wear sweatpants? Kid eyes over here. I'll need some sanitizer for the eyes and some shock therapy for the mind, thank you. Max clears his throat, and I'm caught staring. Max of all people goddess caught me staring. His head couldn't possibly grow any bigger, dear moon. Do you own any underwear, Max? I ask because we need to fix this. I don't know about most women, but I like to keep my sanity and the dick print is already photographed and stored in memory. Why? Is something sticking out, Kimberly? He asks with a smirk clearly present on his face. My face paled. White like baby powder white. Yes, and I'd like to put it out there that I'm 110% prude president. I'd like to keep my eyes up, but I seem to lose focus knowing what's down there. Go be decent, Maximus. I shout at him, and he laughs at me. This fucker laughs at me. Come help me get dressed then, Kim. Maybe I can give you a glimpse of it without the pants. Huh. He wiggles his eyebrows suggestively at me. No. No. Go get dressed, you big alpha. Because that's the best comeback I could think of. Mental facepalm. Why am I like this? Okay, princess. I'll go change because you requested it. I'll have you know, the females in my pack and human territory don't seem to mind at all, he says, walking up to me and stopping right in front of me. They look at it just as you have been caught looking at it. Don't worry, I don't mind it when you do. It helps it grow, Max jokes out. Or was he? I told myself 55 times not to look down, but I did and it grew. My eyes grew so wide. God has sent me away for I have sinned. Wash my eyes from sinful ways and erase my mind. I will never be the same. I shut my eyes so fast and he chuckles. I push Max away and run into my room and close the door, locking it to make sure he doesn't come in. He laughs so hard. I'm sure the entire pack house heard him. A good 5 minutes of him laughing at me. I guess I deserved it. He left and came back 2 minutes later to find me walking out my door again. So, we meet again, gorgeous. He says, and I check him out. He's dressed in blue skinny jeans and a white cotton tee. Oh, those tattoos are just. Finally, how about we go somewhere? To drink and help me mentally erase the image of your little brother. I say to him, and he laughs but agrees. Come with me, my damsel in distress. I know just the place. He pulls my hand into his, and we walk out the house only to bump into Isabella by the cars. So she lives. She says walking up to us, and I knew this was not going to be good. Max better have the strength to hold me back because I could kill someone. I had no idea you had a mate, Sabrina, but the pack and I agree it's only fair he does to you what you've been doing to him. Shacking up with our alpha when you have a mate? That is low and you know it. She spat out like I'm some whore. Did this girl just insinuate that I'm sleeping with Max? Max, Put a lid on your female warrior before I do so permanently. I have had enough and, turning to look at her, little Bella, you don't deserve my wrath, but you are trying me, baby girl. Call me a slut one more time, I dare you, I said, walking up to her. I was taller, granted. She had muscle while I looked skinny, and that's why a lot of girls test me. They think I can't pack a punch, and goddess knows I can. I actually blame my father for making me hide my true power, because it's times like these where I need Athena to make a bitch bow to me. Make a hoe want to submit to me. Bella, you're out of line. If she decides to kill you, nobody here will be able to stop her. You do not want to meet her, Wolf, trust me on this. Max is pleading with her for her life, of course. Which I allow because only Percy deserves to feel my wrath, and it's all bottled up. I don't want to burst on the poor, newly mated girl. For all we know, she could be carrying a pup already. I need to try listen for a heartbeat in there before we pounce. I will not be held liable for killing someone's child. Thump, thump, thump. And there it was. A very, very strong heartbeat. I try sniffing the air for a change in her scent, but nothing. Why is she concealing her scent? Does Tristan even know she's with child? Is it Max's? Are you pregnant? Why am I hearing a second heartbeat? How careless of you to try fight me to the death when you're carrying Tristan's pup inside you. I berated her. She was shocked. Max was shocked. Tristan was running to us from the training field, but he stopped in his tracks. Bella turned around to look at him, and he looked hurt. Is this not his baby? Oh my, is that not Tristan's baby? I ask as she turns around to look at me. A look of hate as she tried to charge at me. You bitch. Nobody was supposed to find out. Tristan was not supposed to find out this way. She kept trying to charge at me, but Max held her back. Tristan walked up to us. Confused. Hurt. Betrayed? I thought I had it worse. Whose is it? Tell me. Tristan screamed for the world to hear. Bella, don't tell me this is my father's child. Max said, running his hands through his hair, making it look sexier. Was that even possible? Bella, I command you to answer me. Who fathered that thing in your stomach? Max ordered. Alphas need to stop with these commands. Power trip much. We had an audience now. Nicole beside me and Damon behind Nicole. More warriors were surrounding us. I slept with Damon's father. I am 2 months pregnant. When you saw me come out of your father's chambers, Max, I had gone there at night to ask for his permission to have an abortion, but he refused. He said a child will not pay for my stupid actions and that Peter and I have to atone for our actions. He commanded the pack border guards to never let me leave the pack and the doctors and nurses to not perform the surgery on me. Bella said. When? Tristan asked, looking defeated. When you were in hospital. You were in a coma. I'm so sorry, Tristan. I wanted to tell you, but I was so embarrassed and scared. She spoke. Tristan. I called out to him. He looked at me confused, eyebrows raised. You want to take a walk with me? I can't stand this, and I need to let my wolf out. I said to him, holding out my hand. He took my hand, and as we started the walk towards the woods, Bella spat out, so now you're after my mate, you little slut? And that's when it tipped. Actually popped. Athena let the power out. All of it. Not a cent of it was left in hiding. She pushed it all out, sprinkling a little warning growl to add the necessary effect. Everyone moved back. Even Max. Athena took over. She shoved me all the way back. You better thank that little pup in you, baby girl. I want to rip you apart, but Brina won't let me. Thank her too, but be warned. Next time you show even a drop of disrespect, I will put you in your place. I'm tempted already, Athena said before pushing me out in front and giving me back my reins. Diva. Just like that, the power went back into storage and everyone seemed to relax. My uncle and sister came running out, guessing they felt my power and knew it wasn't good. Sab, what's going on? I've never felt your power in full throttle before. It's amazing. Josie joked, not noticing the tension she so quickly cut with her cuteness of a knife. Bella here called me slut. Can you believe it, uncle? I asked, looking at Alpha Deacon, who looks at Bella like she grew horns. Did Max not warn you? Judging from the fact that all your limbs are intact, my little minx there found out about your secret. My uncle let out. Bella was too stunned to say anything. She even pissed her pants. The puddle between her legs was evident. That'll teach her, that big bully. I walked back and grabbed Tristan's hand. We walked into the woods as I undressed in front of him. Lycans walk around each other naked just as much as they are clothed. Besides, dude is mated. Whether he's upset or not, his wolf will forever love his mate. I changed into my wolf as he did the same. Tristan was a dark brown wolf. Like chocolate, put us together it would be like Cadbury Top Deck. Okay, dry, but nailed it. We ran for what felt like hours. We hunted and killed about 3 bucks and 2 rabbits. It was fun. We went to the lake close to my grandfather's house and cleaned up, then ran back to the trees to change back into our clothes. It was already dark when we got to the pack house. My brother's BMW i8 was parked close to my car. I wondered if my parents had arrived yet. As we walk in, I see Max chatting to some girl, so I walk up to them and try make conversation. The girl just eyed me up and down and walked away. I looked up at Max to ask what was going on, and he just shrugged, pretending not to know what was going on. Do they still think I'm shagging you? I asked Max. No, little moon. You slept in Max's room for 3 days. Teenage minds run on their own. My little man here is babe magnet, like his father, and you became a threat. I don't think my boy will be getting any action with you here. Uncle Deacon said, then walks away to goddess knows where. I guess I can understand what their problem was. What I don't understand is, why do they have a problem with me sleeping with Max if they do it too knowing he has a mate? I look at Max and take his hand in mine. We were going to talk and I was going to get some answers. Like I said before, feel free to imagine them how you want. Isabella is not a bad person, she's just got a lot going on, and you'll find out why she's so protective of Maximus. Please download Novels Ago and search the code in the upper left corner to continue reading.